Tasking Forest? How should I know? Maybe he just wanted a brisk walk. Besides, why should anything the gods do make sense? These were the old days, when spirits and ghosts prowled. I need more facts, Smokey, not folk tales. Every tale has seed of truth in it. Madeline, how else does it become a story? If you're looking for fact, go find a doctor or the inventor. I'm not a learned man, but I know some things. Stories are one of them. Alright, keep going. So, Mars found a nymph, Tassia, bathing in the spring with a fat, ugly satyr gouging her from the shore. Enraged at seeing the trapped nymph, Mars transformed into a wolf and slew the satyr. And in return, well, yeah, Tassia bathed the god. They baited. Ah, I get it. They baited. Yeah, I did warn you, Magdalene. When Morse left the pool, he dripped onto the ground, and it blossomed with flower and crops. They say that's why this valley was so fertile. We've been growing crops here for generations. People would want a reason for that, even if it was the gods. Whatever the reason, it hasn't been blessed with fertile ground for hundreds of years. So much that the Romans left behind was destroyed over the years, but I like that we still have these tales. You can never really destroy stories as long as there are people to tell them. Of course, the Romans left a hell of a lot behind too. The town is more Roman than the Bavarian, really. Well, we are part of the Holy Roman Empire. No, I don't need that. Ah, that we are, and not for a lack of trying. Tasking is actually much smaller now than it was in the Roman days. At least that's what I make out of it. The ruins go deep into the forest, and all the way to the old mine. Half of Tasking is built on a Roman stone. Take a walk around the town and you'll start noticing things. We used their stone to build. The old temple by Satya's shrine has grown over, but the aqueduct runs for miles. Even the abbey used to be an old Roman fort. You can see some of the Roman paved stones under the road if you look hard. We may not be Romans, but this town is. I never realized how much we relied on the Romans for our infrastructure. Most of the people around here don't. The townsfolk are too busy to notice what's right in front of their eyes. Maybe I should go and take a look at the mine. I better get a better sense of what things were actually like. Nothing will stop you, I see. Well, I won't either. Just keep an eye out for any wolves or satyrs who might see you down there, eh? I'll let you know if I see any. Thanks for your help. Good luck, Magdalene. Be safe. Okay, we need to talk to Ursula and we need to find some other person that I haven't seen before. Could it be up at the mill? Good morning, Magdalene. How's the mule coming along? Well, I think I'm off to start the first part of the mural today. I'll paint the founding of Tasking and the Romans. Well, you won't want for any models. For any models. Tasking is littering with Roman ruins. It's almost a nuisance. I trust you take the council's opinions on the matter into account. Of course, Paul, the mural is for the entire town, not just for me and my father. That's reassuring to hear, Magdalene. Your father's a stubborn man when he wants to be. Age has made him strong-minded. Perhaps you're better suited to this project than he is. All I ask for is that you keep the Lord in mind. The mural is for tasking him, but we have others to appease as well. I understand. Thank you, Magdalene. Anyway, I'm glad that the mural is coming along well. Begin my sudden question about that. I'm so busy preparing for the council's next meeting, I haven't had much time with Anna as usual. She says I get a bit frantic when I'm overwhelmed. The council's working on something new? Maybe you should take some time off from the council, Paul. Unless Jorg, Vernier, and Baltas run... Who's Baltas? Okay, guy with glasses. Run the town on their own? Christ, can you imagine? They'll be at each other's throats within a day. It took us 3 weeks to agree to agree to institute yearly maintenance checks on every home in Tassing. The idea has had quite a bit of more pushbacks than we'd anticipated. I can imagine why. I can understand the utility of the proposition, but it might feel like a nuisance. Precisely, that's the issue we've run into. This would have helped protect those in Tassing who don't have the skills to fix things themselves. Widows like Agnes and Gret. Oh no, she's the baker's wife, oh no. But without instituting for it for the whole town, we can't enforce the proposition. In any case, the matter is far from resolved. I imagine spring will come before anything is actually done. I had better get back to work. Thank you for letting me interrupt your day, Magdalene. God bless you. Until later, Paul. I cannot go down there. Not sure why. There's not another way down there, is it? No. Yeah, she doesn't want to talk to us. Okay. I think we need to go to the northern part of town. Let's craft. North Town, Alban Bakery. Carl. That's the town hall. Stoles. No idea who these are. There we go. Magdalene. Stares nervously. Oh, don't look at me like that. It's a happy occasion. The cinema just arrived for the beer. Isn't that a spice? Yes, with many wonderful properties. It's for the Christmas celebration. Already? We're barely in November. The wheel of time stops for no man. But it's going to be wonderful. Cinnamon, coffee from Ethiopia, cacao from the New World. Jesu Christ, I don't know, what are you talking about? Jesus Christ. He who has the money can do everything. Problem? Of course not, it's your money. And I'm quite excited about this, clearly. As such, alchemy is not normally my strong suit. And for all of Saud's complaints about the cost, the base rye we're using is free. Given the other ingredients, I'd imagine if it doesn't make much of a difference to the cost. Yes, at least someone around here is aware of the costs. Do I not have more than enough money to cover everything 10 times over? Of course, but then I don't want to hear another word about it. The farmers had so much rye this year they couldn't sell it all. Gret made as much bread with it as she could, but she wound up having to throw out a lot. So why not make beer? Yes, why not? Thank you. Do you know Tassing's salt mine? I need to find a way in. Any chance you could help me? To get into the salt mine, yes. You must be on quite the adventure. Ideally, we could rig up a double pulley system to lower and raise yourself into the shaft. That might take a while. Well, I would like to go in there today if possible. Of course, of course. I'll be glad with a good length of rope suffice. You could brace against the wall of the mine shaft. Are you strong enough to support your own weight against the wall? Yes, I am. Excellent. Thank you, Bolts. Of course. Here you go. Do be careful, though. Make sure the ropes are secure. I will. Until later. Good luck, Magdalene. Alright, so we have a rope. We should maybe ask Stoltz. Hello, Magdalene. How are you? Well enough considering the circumstance. I have been better. I understand. I'm sorry I can't offer you and your father more than I am already. For what it's worth though, Klaus and I haven't always seen eye to eye. I always respected him. Why are you talking to him like he's already dead? Dad respects you as well. Thank you for saying so. Over the years I've grown to find his stubbornness admirable. It's a quality you share, evidenced in your work on the mural. Thank you. You must be part of Lord's plan. I must trust he put you in this position for a reason. All the same, the council does not want to regret its lenience. You'll have so little faith in me, but I prove you wrong. Good. Go on then. I got patients to attend to. Until late, yeah, we couldn't get anything out of him. He don't want to see us. Carl will need to talk to. No idea. Hold on. Carl. That's an interesting hat you have, Carl. With a spoon. I should check in on the baker. There you are, Gret. Magdalene, darling. Good morning, Gret. It smells heavenly in here. I just finished rolling out some raisin bread. I thought that Andreas and Ulrich could use a treat today. Oh, what a sweet idea. I had some spare time today and I like to stay busy. The soul of the diligent shall be made rich after all. Besides, I like to drop in on Anna and see my grandchildren. I'm more blessed than I ever imagined. Imagine I would be. Paul and Anna make such a lovely pair. Ulrich wouldn't believe his eyes if he saw us now. I wish he could still see his grandchildren. I'm sure he's rejoicing with all the saints in heaven, Gret. I do hope so. He was never much for an emotional displays, but I still remember his joy when Anna was born. You know, I was angry when Anna first took a liking to young Paul. He was always a quiet boy, but I was afraid he'd turn out like his father. Well, I needn't have worried. Paul is a good man and a good father. He's built his town back up from what it was. It's good to see her also social now. She's come out of her shell. Wasn't she always social though? But I think not having to live with Leonard helps. Well, though I wouldn't phrase it as such, I agree with you. She's twice the woman she was with him. The Lord provides miracles to us all, even if they're birthed from tragedy. I've been chatting too long. My doubts need tending. Please excuse me, Magdalene. Of course. Until later. Okay. Is there anything else we can do here? There are a few people we could ask still, but... I believe we should... I mean, we could talk to the priest, but nah. No one mentioned him. I'm going the wrong way. I need to head over to the salt mine. Boss gave me his roof to climb down, but it might take a while. Should I go down? Yes. Hey, well, what are you doing? Yeah, be careful now. You should. There's some strong arms. Grab the rope. Hey, nice. Okay, let's see. There are a lot of different coins down here. How old? It's not like this is a saint's well. Is that a picture? Ah, tablet. Still writing on it. Oh, it's a poem. I think it's a love poem. I don't understand what it says. Oh, that's cute. Oh, this looks like a larger version of some Baltas contraptions. Now that I'm down here, I should see what I can find from the Roman era and before. Oh, bones. They are far too big to be humans. No horns. Looks like a mule to me. Maybe it hold that winch. Poor creature dying in here. Cave. What's that? Oh, a piece of pottery. It's beautiful. Another piece of pottery. And another one. What is that? Oh, these must be the same kind of figurines Till and the other farmers find in the fields. To think that there are so many remnants of our ancestors scattered in the fields and caves like this. What's that? There's a Latin inscription here. Tessia, give me water, or Pluto, preserve me. The salt is drying me to death. Yeah, it doesn't sound like working down here was pleasant. There's nothing else here, right? No. Oh, this looks like a Roman map of Tassing. I wonder what's changed. Let's see if I can map everything out. There's the aqueduct. And the spring. The abbey was an old fort up on the hill, and there's the rest of town. Wait, what's this building? I don't recognize it. Mithraeum. I don't recognize that word from any of my books. I can't quite tell what it's meant to be labeled on the map. Maybe some sort of temple? Well, whatever it is, it's not in Tasing now. That's so odd. Another inscription. It's not very formal. A worker must have carved it. Let your souls ascend in the Mithraeum. My soul will descend in this damned hell. In this damned hell of salt. All of salt. Christ, that's rough. That's word again. Mithraeum. It must have been important to the Romans. That's a forest. That's the abbey. Aqueduct. Or there, maybe? Well, I don't know. Town. So what's over there? Important building to the Romans. Church? Could have been a church. The church does look old, but I don't think it's the church. This is almost like an altar. But what would an altar be doing in a salt mine? It's even carved out of the salt. Another piece. That's the end of it. More Latin writing. If we cannot enter the Mithraeum, we will make our own altar to the gods. It sounds like the Mithraeum was some kind of temple. I never heard the words before. Yeah, I don't know really. It could be it could be the church. But I don't think it is. Let's continue. I found a lot of these pottery pieces. I should find out if they're all from the same pot. Okay. Let's do some puzzling. Oh, that piece is helping us. Okay. So I want to find a piece like this, maybe. Ah, damn it, I'm just gonna move it. It's not right. This one, maybe. No. Just gonna move these. That looks to be I have no idea. What about this? Yeah, that's a match. And this could be a match, but I don't know. It doesn't feel like it. That one. Alright, so I think that's half of it done. Now let's see. There's something else. And this, I don't know. That one belongs over there. This one is, yeah, it's also like that, but I wonder if maybe it's like this. Oh, there. And still think that one should be there. Yeah, that one's fitting too. This one should be here, shouldn't it? That's a head. But it cannot be here. So it must be down here somewhere. It's probably maybe in here. Nah. I don't know where this one is. There we go. And then we have this one. Should I be able to puzzle this out now, maybe? A horse, looks like a plate. We have a dagger. This one might be wrong. Yeah, that's correct. And that one is correct. And this one... do I have one piece that is not correct? Yeah, I do, I believe. Here. That's correct. And this is correct. Done. Got it. The figures on this pot looks like they are telling a story. These paintings must depict an early myth, even before the Romans. Let's see. This must be Persia, and those must be the forest spirits, part of the wild hunt. Oh god, the next part looks like a human sacrifice. Someone, maybe a chieftain, sacrificing a man to Persia. The bottom half of the lid continues the story. These looks like spirits. They must be coming in to beast and the sacrifice. That must be how our ancestors tried to keep testing safe. They offered sacrifice to Persia. To think that our ancestors made this and I'm holding it now. Maybe this is what I could paint in the mural. I have to think more about it before I decide for certain. Alright, I better keep going before I run out of oil in my lamp. Alright, down we go. Oh, cave-in. The wood here looks newer than the first part of mine. Was this collapse recent? I won't be able to go any further with the rubble. I suppose this is as far as I can go. Still, the murals on the wall show me what Tassin was like when the Romans were here. I wonder if I can find out where the Mithraeum was, or what it is. And putting the pottery shard back together showed one of the earliest stories of Tassin. I think I've seen everything down here, and my oil is running out. Time to climb back out. Oh, there. Oh. Wait, who's that? Hello, is someone there? I better get out of the chat before another rock comes crashing down. Very weird. What was that? It looked like someone with a beard. Even Apollo and Artemis would have helped me out of there. Well, now we have more information. I can make some decisions on the first section of the mural. It's very odd. Hold on, you. I'm talking to you, answer me. You don't need to be so rude. I'm Holler Brand, the Lord's gamekeeper. I'll give you courtesy when you merit courtesy. Why are you grazing pigs in the wood? Do I look like I raised pigs? You look like a girl who's going to be in a lot of trouble if she doesn't answer my question. I'm the printer's daughter, Magdalene Drucklin. I didn't ask you for your name. I asked you why you were grazing pigs here. Answer me. Was that you watching me a few minutes ago? The rock almost hit me. Watching, you know, rock? I don't know what you're talking about. Now answer me. That's on my pig. I've been walking around this forest for hours. Other than the charcoal burner and Tinker, you're the only other person I've seen. If the pig doesn't belong to you, what are you doing here? I was in the salt mine. Doing what? Wait, I don't care. Just tell me whose pig this is. I don't know. The pig was in the woods when I came here. Ah, a mysterious lost pig, who apparently belongs to no one. Oh. If I find any more pigs in these woods, I kill them on the spot. And those who brought them here. Do you understand? Yes. Good. Remind your neighbors what happened when you break the Lord's laws. Why did they kill him and just left him here? I knew the Lord's men patrol these woods, but I never seen one before. I didn't realize they were so strict. I suppose I should consider myself lucky. Anyway, time to get out of these woods and back to work on the rat house. Nothing I can do here. Hmm. Well, that's actually true. Wait, why do they need frogs again? I didn't ever ask that. Hmm. Yeah, I think I need to go back and help them with the frogs. Hey Artemis, Apollo said you're catching frogs. Oh yeah, what about it? He told me to come ask you why. You wouldn't say anything. He didn't tell you? Christ, finally he's learning to keep his mouth shut. Oh, come on. Just tell me. No way, this is our biggest trick yet. We're not risking to tell you. You just have to wait and see. Oh. Hey Magdalene. Hello Apollo, what are you doing? Looking for frogs? What do you need frogs for? See if we can lie to him. Just have to wait and see. And she wouldn't tell me. But be careful. But be careful, you already had to go to your confession this year. Oh, we know. Should we go with Ursula, maybe? Is she still... I don't want to talk to Ertz. Seems like an ass. We'll do it if I have to. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Is Eva inside? Oh, Black Tail we need to speak to. God bless you, Magdalene. God bless you, Tail. Do you have a moment? Of course, what do you need? That says you've been obsessed with your painting. Us is just jealous I spend more time with the mural than I do with him. He's fond of you. You can't blame the boy. Anyway, what is it you wanted to know? I'm looking into the early history of tasking for the first part of the mural. Mother Illuminata said your grandfather read about the history of the town. Fertile lands, that is. Seemed like an old pot shard and Latin trivia were all he ever talked about. Oh, that's great. All of Grandpa's reading came from the Abbey's library, though. And you know what happened there. Poof, up in smoke. I remember, I was there. So you don't have any of your old books? Only a few. Grandad tried to buy some when the Abbey fell in hard times, but they were too expensive. But I can show you something better than books. Evidence? Something like that. See, we don't know any books on the old pagan. We don't have any books on old pagans. But we have their stuff. Shards of ceramic pots and almost bricks from what looks to be an old forge. Mountains of salt. Even found a little beer cart from Amber. Where did you find all this stuff? It's not just me. Carl finds things. Fabian too. Any farmer would tell you the same. It's all out there in the fields, under the dirt. Can't go one season without turning up something. Where are you keeping these things? Nowhere. We just toss them in piles with the rest of the rocks and rot clumps. Sure, it's interesting, but we don't do much of anything with the stuff except look at it. What do you think it all means? I don't follow. How do you think these people lived here? Rough. I'd say, but comfortable. We don't find much of their clothes or their houses, so they must have rotted. I guess that would mean they were living in huts. But their tools are good quality. If they weren't rusted all to hell, I could probably use them today. I don't know why, but I assume they live in caves or in their muck. They weren't Christians, so no doubt about that. But they weren't animals either. I'd say they had it hard, but they got by. What's the difference from today, really? Earlier you mentioned something about soul. Did the pagans start a mine? Had to have, I'd say. Most people think it was a Roman project, but I think the Romans just dug out what was already there. That's why testing was so important to the Romans in the first place. Salt. So testing wasn't just on the Imperial Road. They made the road come through testing. This has been a big help. Glad to spread some knowledge around the important for folks to know their past. You think all this pagan stuff will make it in the mural? I can bring some of the things the boys and I found over to the rat house tomorrow if that helps at all. That would be great. I'm glad you're taking an interest, Magdalene. I thought no one cared about the pagans but me and my granddad. Until tomorrow. Until then. Rattles. Eva. Christina. Hi, Magda. Hello, Christina. What are you doing today? Helping Mom? That's just right. You're really pretty. Huh, he said that. Oh, thank you, Christina. You're really pretty too. Yeah, thank you. Don't tell, it's a secret. Oh, I definitely won't. Yeah, you're funny, Magda. Yeah, sure. Hey, Eva. Magda, darling. Us isn't here, I'm afraid. Oh, that's alright. I can find him later if I need to. I think he wandered off towards the rat house. Something about the council, but if you ask me, I think he's looking for you. That's sweet of him. Yes, but I'm sorry to disappoint him. Doesn't he do any real work? Oh, yes. He always working on town council business these days, and he's still working at mastering carpentry too. I suggested a few years ago that he take up an apprenticeship, but he was determined to remain in testing. I think he's more comfortable here, even if that means he'll never be the craftsman Otto was. I help him how I can, but there's only so much I know how to do. Besides, I think he feels like he's taking care of me instead of the other way around. Funny how time does that. I think Dad misses Mom, even after all these years. Do you ever miss Otto? Every day. I see him in the little thing Ötz does, the way he smiles or how he laughs. I miss my husband, but I'm proud of Ötz. He's growing into a capable young man. I'm excited to see him grow into a husband and a father, and make a wonderful parent. Whoever he marries will be a lucky woman. It's about that time to start finding a match too. It's wonderful that God blessed Endris with a wife at last. But I'd rather not have us be in his position. Better to marry early while he can raise a family. Anyway, I'm sure you have things to do. I'll let you get back to them. Always good to see you, Magda. You too, Eva. It's outside. Ah, damn, we're gonna have to talk to him. Hey, Mags. Got your way with the mural, huh? I didn't expect you to convince the council like that. I didn't expect the town to pick a half-wit like you for the council, so I guess we're all disappointed. I can be pretty stubborn when I want to. Clearly, I'm impressed. The rest of the council has been arguing over the matter for so long, I even couldn't get a word in. Then you come in and shut them up in a few minutes. We could use more women like you in the town. What do you mean by that, Ötz? Well, you know, you're headstrong and willing to give your opinion. And damn what anyone else thinks. Clearly forgotten about Agnes. She doesn't suffer fools gladly. That's not what I meant. She's not, Oh, no, I forget about it. Anyway, standing up to the council like that was great. I know I'm the council, but something doesn't seem like I have an influence. That actually seems insecure about his place on the council. He may be an ass sometimes, but I don't like to see him upset. Maybe I should remind him he's not that important after all. Maybe I should reassure him. Well, you are the youngest member of the council. The others have much more life experience. You do, though. You vouched for me to do the mural in the first place. Only after your dad did. I still feel bad about that. I should have stuck up for you. Being the youngest on the council has been harder than I thought. I know Baltus and Werner don't think I'm capable. Even Paul has warned me of being too rash. My dad died trying to make a difference in this town. All I'm trying to do is to carry on his legacy, but it seems like the others won't make room for any change. You sound like my dad. He always said that the council was scared of doing anything important. Aye, that is right. They're also old and cowardly. I guess they just want to live in peace, but I want something more. I want to make a difference like my dad did. Son, I don't know how to say this, but your dad held like 2 speeches. And then it was crushed by a bunch of stones. Oh well, better get back to it. And what is that? Standing still? See you later, Mags. Fabian. Ursula. Fabian. I'm not gonna talk with the old fart down here. Resi, that's their wife, Avengers. That's nice. But I want to talk to Carla. Clara. Hello, Magdalene dear. How are you? How's Klaus? Neither's doing well. I'm having trouble coping with the stress. That's been hard to understand recently. Oh god, I will keep praying for you both. Yeah, like that will do anything. The both of you deserve the best. Life's been hard enough for you already. Please, let me know if there's any help around the house. I'll be happy to help. Oh, the housework. I've been so caught up in the workshop and the rat I forgot. Not to worry, I can come by and help out. Besides, then we can chat and make chores pass quickly. With all my children up and grown and no husband to care for anymore, I've got to make myself useful somehow. Big Jorg is still in the house though, isn't he? Ah yes, but he's a grown man with children of his own. He and Veronica are capable of caring for their own household now. He was taking care of us, and Ursula and Fabian have their own life together. Oh, they are actually now... So they are a couple, okay. Well, she should be at around... No, she should be older than that. Ursula is older than Magdalene. Ursula must be also... Ursula should be the youngest kid in town. They don't need me anymore. You sound sad. Well, I suppose I am. I thank God that my children are all grown up and prospering. But I feel there's been something missing in my life. After so many years of tending to them and maintaining a home, I don't know what else to do. You could always find something new to get new to do. Keep busy by helping Gret in the bakery or something. You've always been telling me to rest more, but you're right. I'd rather keep busy as long as there's life left in these old bones. Well, that's settled. I come over to help around the house soon, alright? I'll see you then, Clara. God bless you, Magdalene. Well, there was something we needed to do, but I don't know what that was. I should have the rat house, okay. Oh, yay. Hey, Max, how's the mural coming along? Magdalene? Can't you let it go? Max is so much easier. No, Otto Cinnamon, I can't. Don't call me. Fine. Anyway, Magdalene, how's the mural going? It doesn't look like much yet. Neither do you, but the town has learned to accept it over the last 18 years. Oh, damn. I'm so tempted to... I think this is not a really good option because I don't want to be like that right now, but... Well, of course it doesn't look like anything now. I only just finished painting the wall. Now I had to decide what to depict. It's hard to piece together a history of tasking when it happened so long ago. Since the Abbey Liberal Library burned, I can only rely on stories from people around Tassing. Even what I could find about the Romans and the Pagans was obscure. I had to go into the old salt mine to find anything. At least now I know what to paint for the first part of the mural. So what is it? Okay. I'll use the pottery and tools the farmers have found to show how we lived before the Romans. I'm sure Father Thomas will approve, but I don't know. This sounds kind of boring. So what made you choose this story anyway? I think it will work for most beautiful artwork. It has the strongest connection to our farmers. Things that we've found is the most real. That makes a lot of sense. Other stories might feel like they don't really have anything to do with us. Thanks for explaining it. Of course. I want you all to understand why I'm making these choices. Well, now that I've figured out this portion of the mural out, I better start thinking about the next section. I'll leave you to it, Mags. Magdalene. Yeah, good night, Oats. Good night. Damn, we are awake very long. Now that I decide how to depict Hastings' earliest history, I should decide how to paint Kersau's history. Mother Illuminatus mentioned that Matthew, Matthew, used to be the brother in Kersau. She said that he knew a great deal about the Abbey's history. I should write him and ask him what he remembers. Oh, and I have Esther's letter to answer too. I should write to them both now before bed. Oh, before I write, I should read that old book Birgitta gave me. Maybe I'll learn something pertinent for the murals. Alright, where to begin? Right, the old book. It was the Baron's before Martin stole it. When the Romans, having conquered the town, built up the walls around it, they established many temples there. This is harder to read than I thought. The book isn't in great shape either, since it's been sitting in a farmer's house for so long. Let's see. Oh, here's a section about the various dedications erected in the town. That might be easy to read. I don't understand that. I raise a vision, it feels that Mars may behold our work. Huh. Diana sat in a place with water oozing up from herself. What does that mean? Let us pray so that he or she may defend the town. None of this really makes any sense. Maybe someone with better Latin than me could help me read it. The book is big though. It would be a lot of work. I could ask Sister Gertrude or Baltus for help. Vernon too. He's much better at Latin than anyone else in town. Maybe even Father Thomas, even though Dad warned me not to bother him with secular... Yeah, I'm not gonna go to Father Thomas. Chances are slim they could help, but it might be worth asking about. I should finish writing my letters first. Mother Luminata something. He's the Archdeacon of Sion now. I should write him before the snow comes. I'll write to Esther too. See here. Most Reverend Matthew Thousand Socks, Archdeacon of Sion. My name is Margaret Dracula. I'm the daughter of Tassing's stone painter Klaus. My father and I are creating a mural for Tassing's Wrath House. We want to show the history of the town and the abbey. Mother Luminata told me you might be the best person to ask about Kersau's early history. I understand you're a busy man, but we would be most appreciative of any information you give to us. If you know any other places where we might learn about the abbey's history, we would appreciate it. I know it may be a small comfort, but there are many tasks who regret what happened during the revolt. Since Gertrude is still here with the poor Clares. But she speaks fondly of the old abbey. Thank you for your help, Magdalene. Esther, please forgive me for not writing sooner. Christ, I don't even know where to begin. The whole world seemed to be crumbling around me. Even as my last letter was en route to you, Dad was attacked in the workshop in the middle of the night. He survived, thank God, but his injuries are terrible. I worry about him. He's so dizzy he can't get out of bed. Some days his eyes become foggy and his memory fails him. But the Stoltz says he's not going to recover. There's only a matter of time before he succumbs to the injury. I don't want to believe it, but it's hard to argue with Dad's condition. I have no idea who could have wanted to attack my father or why. I found a note by him too. It all said was stop. It wasn't from the shop, because the script was written in the most elaborate hand I've ever seen. No one in testing has such skill in script as far as I know. And anyway, I don't have time to wonder about it. I've had my hands full running the workshop alone while tending to Dad. What's more, the town council intended to cancel the mural entirely. I had a hell of a time convincing them to let me paint it instead. They made a fuss about me being too young, not experienced enough, not strong enough to be on the scaffold. You know how it is. I suppose I shouldn't have expected any better of them. Working on the mural has been a welcome has been a welcome distraction from the naysayers at my shores. And worrying about that. I've been coming over over the pretense of helping me prepare my paints too. He's sweet, I'm glad for the company. It makes the days easier. I like to have the whole mural finished by Christmas if I can. I just want to finish in time for Dad to see it. It will mean so much to him. If Dr. Stolz is right, I don't know how long I'll have. I hope you're faring better than we are here. All my love, Magda. Okay. Oh, he's still alive. We need to go to sleep. Mr. Strucker in. A few more letters for you. Take care. Thank you, sir. Safe travels. Okay. Reverend, okay. Oh, they're still together. Mr. Strucker, and I was not acquainted with your family during my years at Curacao. Even so, I remember your father was one of the townfolks who prevented the peasantry from burning us alive. I'm not overly inclined to assist the people of Tasting in their endeavors to catalog the origins of the abbey they destroyed. However, it was a long time ago. In the interest of prosperity and Christian charity, I will tell you what I can recall. Sometime after the Romans left, the Christians settled in the region and built Curacao Abbey on the ruins of a fortress. The abbey was founded by a noblewoman of Curacao family. She was both its patron and its first abbess. Perhaps 2 centuries ago, Curacao changed to being run by an abbot. I do not know the reason, but many other Dowd monasteries did likewise around the same time. It may have been done out of fear of being shut down, as double monasteries were frowned upon by the Pope. Sadly, that is the extent of my knowledge. Your neighbors put any other records about the abbey to the torch. Okay. Thus burn the history of Curacao. While we cannot change the past, I've heard that Sisters of the Poor Clares have formed a new chapter at the abbey. I can only hope that their love of the apostolic poverty has not driven them to impoverish the shrine of St. Moritz. Assuming they have not consigned the contents of Curacao's former occupants to a bonfire, you may find something there. It's hard to be overjoyed at the news of your neighbor's late regrets. Many of the injuries inflicted 18 years ago will never heal. Regret cannot undo what has been done, but we can all find redemption through Christ. We must pray for love and reconciliation in the days ahead. In the end, it's all that matters. Winter comes swiftly. Huguenots and Lutherans plague my homeland. Thank the Lord you still live in a land ruled by the one true church. I hope this has been for some help to you and yours. May God keep and protect you. The most Reverend Theophos, singularly Archdeacon of Zion. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Another reply from Esther. Oh, Magdalene. I'm terribly sorry to hear about your father. My parents send their deepest condolences. If we can provide you anything from Prague, you only need to send a word. I know we're further away that it's easier to travel, but I still see what we can do. See what Hashem allows. Father says that he remembers no one he would want to harm, who would want to harm your father. Yet the night I was born. Oh, okay, so this is their daughter. Okay, good. That explains. He remembers great strife in town. Perhaps there is old blood over depicting the night of the revolt. That's all he could suggest. We pray for you and your father every day in our offerings. Hashem will make all things right in time. He will exact justice on the culprit. I'm encouraged to hear that the town council let you continue the mural at all. The guilds here would protect your right to complete a job, especially once a contract has been reached. You give the men of council too much grace. Why should you be forced to settle for their old ways of thinking? We live in a new age. An age where art and science have come together. An age where all may read the works of the great sages in their own language. Surely, when your father recovers, I urge you to come visit me in Prague. But I'm glad you found some joy in your works on the mural. We're all well here. Alicia has been carving new sets of wood cuttings, and father has agreed to new contracts with the university. I found Sidman. His family didn't move far away after all. He's planning on working as a doctor in the city once the expulsion order ends. His parents have been meeting with mother and father quite often now. So I hope that I will be sending good news in my next letter. With Hashem's help. Please inform us of your father's condition in your next letter. Be well, Esther. That's all the letters I have for now. I should go home and check on Dad. Let's do it. Uh-oh. Good morning, Madeline. I'm here right on time. I hope you're well. Well enough. How's my dad? That is what we're about to discuss. How are you feeling, Klaus? His fever broke it down this morning. That's good news, right? All things in time. I still feel weak. The dizziness has not rescinded. My head continues to spin whenever I try to sit or stand up for too long. Occasionally I am struck with sudden and severe headaches. The damage runs deeper than I first thought. Let me be honest here with the both of you. I am worried. The circumstances are not unfolding to our benefit. Klaus, your health is not mending. Perhaps it is due to your age, perhaps. Perhaps we have passed numerous critical days with no change for the better. Meanwhile, the winter draws closer, and I am running low on medicinal supplies. With the roads in the town most likely snowed in, especially the pass, supply shipment will not arrive for months. Have you asked Gertrude for help? I have. Surely, things must be dire. They are not insignificant. It has been a difficult year. Even with the patrols in Bavaria, many merchants have been struck by bandits. French troops have periodically raided the western holdings or empire. With the fall of Estergom and oh dear, yes, let's do this. We can do it. Circus further to the Ottoman Turks. Many trade routes from the east have been cut. The pillage of Nice by Barbarossa's corsairs and other losses in Italy have also put us into a predicament in the south. As always, we suffer from wars of others. What are we to do now? Klaus has to continue with rest and a healthy diet. I will see what more I can find in my library. I wish I already had a copy of Vesalius the Humanity. I don't know. In the meantime, Klaus, Magdalene, pray to God. I must take my leave. We'll come by again next week. Thank you, Dr. Stoltz. Thank you as well. I'm only doing what I meant to do for this town. Stay out of trouble, Magdalene. He worries too much. I'll be alright. Do you want anything to eat before I leave for the day? I'm working on the next section of the mural today. I'm not so hungry right now. I'll be alright. Your letter from the Archdeacon, yes? That's right. What did you learn from him? He seems sad what happened during the revolt. Assistant tell me anything. He did say the abbey was founded by a noble woman after the Romans left. Everything else burned in the fire. How unfortunate. I know the brothers kept careful records of the monastery. Some are lost in one night. The Archdeacon did suggest the poor clerics might have held on to some of the records from the convent. I must be able to learn more about Tassing's Christian history there. An excellent place to start, Magdalene. Sister Gertrude doesn't come out of the convent much, but I think it's worth asking her. Maybe Father Thomas knows something too. I should ask him. If I recall correctly, the miller's wife was has a long family history in Tassing. She may know something of the local history that the others have forgotten. Else? I thought she moved here when she married. She doesn't have any relatives in the town. Not anymore. Age, illness, and marriage took the rest of her family. But Cavistels used to live all up and down this valley. Go talk to her, huh? I will. Thanks, Dad. Maybe something remained in the abbey's ruins. I should definitely see what's left. Madeleine, you be careful. Those ruins are dangerous. I won't go far into them, Dad. Just take a look. Alright, wear a scarf too. It's getting cold out now. I can feel it in my old bones. Yeah, don't worry, Dad. I'll see you tonight, right? Alright, good luck. Why is it taking her so long to just grab a scarf? She's not in a hurry at all. Oh wait, she doesn't even have a scarf. Oh, Clara. Magdalene, dear. Hello, Clara. Thank you again for helping me look after the house. I can't tell you how much more time this gives me to work on the mural. But it's no trouble. You have your hands full as it is. I know Dad really enjoys the company while I'm working too. Ah yes, he sleeps most of the day, but he's been in good spirits whenever I drop in on him. He used to keep a clean house too. But aside from the workshop, I can't blame you for that. I left that left that to you to take care of, along with the damage and of your supplies. Yeah, thank you, Clara. Truly, you've been such a blessing to us both. Oh, you're such a dear, Magdalene. God bless you. And to think that she married Peter. What a get. I'll clean it up later. The mural is more important. Okay, if you say so. I definitely want to head over to the ruins first. Definitely. I don't want to talk to Father Thomas. Because I don't want him to know we have some book. So who should I talk to? The doctor, maybe? Maybe the doctor. We should do it after we've been up here. We should also pass over to the mill. I should talk to Sister Gertrude since she was a Benedictine nun at Kersau before the poor Clares arrived. She was able to tell me all about the convent's history for the mural. Yeah, but we need to get inside. Yeah, we cannot get inside. Yeah, God bless you, Magdalene. Hello, sister. I have a favor to ask for you. Of course, Magdalene. I'll help wherever I can. I have a book of Historia Tesse and I can't read it very well. Can you help me translate it? I'm afraid my Latin isn't good enough to translate something like that. Its grammar structures are far too complex. I'm sorry, Magdalene. That's alright, sister. I'll have to find another way. There was one more thing. If you don't mind, it's about the rat house mural. Oh, do you need more paint? I believe I have enough gals stored away. No, thank you, sister. I have more than enough paint. I wanted to ask you about the history of Kersau, actually. I'd like to include the abbey's founding and the history of tassing saints to the Rathouse mural. I wrote to Reverend Matthew since he lived at the abbey, but he wanted to see the place. Firsthand. Brother Matthew became a reverend, did he? He was always suited for such a role. But I don't suspect that's why you came up for the hill. You're curious about the saint's history, aren't you? Yes. I was hoping you could show me around the Covenant and tell me about its history. The poor Clares don't allow outsiders within the Covenant. Even other women. Mother Francisca wouldn't like anyone coming in for such a worldly concern. I understand. However, Mother Francisca always welcomes those who consider joining the order. If a young woman sincerely considers joining the covenant, she may be allowed to enter and observe the sisters. Who knows what else she may discover while contemplating holy life? Yes, I see. Well, I suppose exploring all of my options can't hurt. Touring the covenant will take some time. Would you like to go see Mother? Yes. Yes, let's do it.